Welcome back to the channel, and another video on Pit of Undying. This is a boss ranking and strategy guide video, which is based around 500 gear score. That said, leave a like, comment, get subscribed if you haven't already, and look out for more guides relating to the Pit of Undying and Black Desert Online in general. Before we get into the rankings, if you're around 500 gear score, make sure you're using whatever buffs you can, that adds to your offensive and defensive capabilities. Rakan is first on the list in 8th spot, and is the easiest boss to kill here. He looks like a black lion and does attacks similar to the black leopard from Navarne Steppe. As stated, this boss is super easy. I've beaten him before while wearing life skill clothes and accessories. In the 7th spot we have Valkin. This guy does some basic attacks that can hit you if you're standing behind him. He'll occasionally slam the floor, creating a purple area that slows your movements, and when he's enraged the purple areas will explode. Additionally, he will run to the center of the ring multiple times during the fight. When he does this, he'll slam his mace down repeatedly, creating purple AoE areas that follow you and explode after a short time. During this phase he will have frontal guard, so avoid the purple spots in general, and try to get as much back attack damage in as possible, until you've defeated him. For the 6th spot we have PRI. He does a few different spell casting skills. One skill to watch out for is a leap attack that knocks you down, and does continuous damage until the skill is over. He will heal himself when he loses around 20% health points, and will do this several times, until you deal enough damage to him, during the leap attack. Once you've dealt enough damage, he will get knocked down and continue to fight you without performing the healing skill. From here on out, he'll occasionally switch to sword and dagger weapons. Just avoid his attacks, and deal damage until he's defeated. Brodie will take the 5th spot. He's an archer type boss, and sets time traps around the arena. These traps detonate and explode when the timer runs out, and the timer on the traps can be seen on screen. Once you get around, avoid the explosions. He's a fairly simple boss. He will continuously run away from you during the fight, so you'll have to chase him around the arena. Avoid trying to tank or block the explosions, and focus attacks him until he's defeated. 4th is Man of Steel. This boss does a 3-strike combo constantly while he's close to you. These attacks are swift but can be dodged, with some timing in between his swings. If you're too far away, he'll charge towards you, and perform a smash attack that stuns you. He'll do these attacks until his HP reaches 50%, then call for backup, and that's when the fight gets a bit tricky. During this phase, a second Steel brother, Man of Fortitude, will appear, and like his name suggests, he's tanky, but will be affected by most if not all CC skills. Man of Steel will then proceed to run around the arena aimlessly, before performing the charge attack, which you should avoid getting hit by, as Man of Fortitude does a similar skill that can knock you down, and having them both chain you with stuns and knockdowns can spell the end of your run. As for how to defeat them at this phase, perform some well-placed CC skills on Man of Fortitude, and focus your main damage skills on Man of Steel, until he's defeated. In the 3rd spot we have Bennet. She's tricky when she splits into 3, but once you find the real one it's easy peasy. Just watch out for her projectiles, they can knock you down, and that's never a good thing. I've already created a separate short guide on Bennet, so feel free to check that one out, and I'll drop a link in the description. Evergart earns the 2nd spot on the list, even though he'll always be the last pit boss you fight, and it's mainly because you can avoid his attacks very easily, by staying behind him. Evergart utilizes succession warrior skills, and can be dangerous once he starts dashing around, but he hardly does this, once you remain close to him. Always try to keep behind him when attacking and avoiding his skills. You can float and interrupt him while he's using his ground smash skill, and here you can deal some extra down attacks on him. He will flicker blue when performing his Scars of Dusk and ground smash skill, so avoid his attacks by staying behind him, and deal as much back attack damage to him, until he's defeated. For first on the list, you've guessed it, it's Kunga. He launches slow but strong attacks, and timing is everything with this boss. You're sure dead if you don't interrupt his charged up attacks. He gets a solid first place, and is largely due to the fact that he can kill just about the best geared players, if they have not landed the 3 interrupts. During the course of the fight, Kunga will do special charged up attacks, whenever he loses 15% of his HP. He will perform up to 5 charged attacks during the fight, and these attacks will be indicated when he starts to flicker red. When he's charging the attack, get behind him and perform a skill that can float targets. Every class has one, and for Warrior's Awakening, I use Merciless or Overwhelm. Once you've landed the 3rd successful interrupt, stand clear of him. He will then use his spinning execution skill, but instead of locking onto you, he will spin himself into the arena wall. From here on out, every attack you perform will knock him over, and you can just attack him with no worries, until he's defeated. Well, that's it for this video. I think I've covered a lot regarding basic strategies you can use, and if I find better methods etc., I'll post in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching. Like the video if you liked it, get subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.